Hey everyone, this is Elias from Red Match Media, and today we're going to be taking a look at the 2026 Genesis GV80 Coupe. Now, I always joke around that when we get off-roaders or trims that are more off-roading or soft-roading, that I like to get it dirty. So you're wondering, why are the wheels on this just as dirty as I would for those vehicles? Well, that's because Genesis decided to put the terrain modes in the GV80 Coupe. So let's go ahead and put that to the test. Before we get started, if you are looking for a full review of the GV80 Coupe, I'm going to go ahead and put my link up there for the 2025 model. And that's because between the 2025 model and the 2026, nothing changes other than the offering of the new black model where it's like completely blacked out, as well as the terrain drive modes that we get with the 2026. So if you're looking to save a few bucks or don't care for the terrain because you're going to be basically driving it around town the whole time or on paved roads, then go ahead and opt for that to, again, save yourself a few bucks. But as far as the 2026, yeah, let's talk about some of the things. So we have the bearing blue, which looks beautiful. I call it millennial gray, but it does kind of have a tint more of that blue. It just looks spectacular. And like I said, as far as anything else, it's going to be the same. We do still get those awesome little headlights that we have with the little cubes. We do also get that nice big grille with the camera system that is just spectacular in this Genesis. But yeah, like I said, as far as that, nothing has changed. Now, I want to talk about what we have under this hood to see how it can be used with that terrain mode. We get under the hood and we have the 3.5 liter twin turbo V6 with 48 volt e-supercharger, mild hybrid. It is cranking out 409 horsepower and 405 pound-feet of torque. It is connected to the 8-speed auto and then to the all-wheel drive system with the new terrain modes. Now, a couple of things with this. Yes, we do have the higher end power that we get with the GV80. This thing is incredible. It is a master of all. What I mean by that is when you put it in eco mode, this thing drives like an eco vehicle because it is extremely nice power delivery. It is super smooth, making sure that your pedal responses, any little ones are kind of dampered and not taken into account unless you really hammer it. So it does respond when you want it to, but when it knows it's not supposed to, with small inputs, it doesn't, which is what you want in an eco mode. You want it to be a little bit snappier, go into comfort mode, and it's going to respond a little bit better with that. Then you go into sport mode, and this thing is going to respond to everything you throw at it. Yeah, especially your right foot. So it is going to work really well. The turbos are so linear to deliver the power because we have this mild hybrid system in this. It's just spectacular at delivering the power in that sport mode. So for 2026, we have those terrain modes. Now, what do we get? It says, as far as the definitions and more explanation of each one, unfortunately we don't get it. I was searching manual, doesn't seem to be updated for the 2026 in the 2026. So yeah, so this is kind of the blurb that I got from the website. So the new terrain mode selects snow, mud, and sand modes, help you optimize the GV80's Coupe torque, suspension, and all-wheel drive performance for confidence driving in a variety of conditions. Yeah, and let me tell you, it does that. Now, you'll see after this, when I kind of discover what those drive modes kind of behave like. Now, snow typically is going to give you kind of like a second gear kind of launch, so to speak, because we don't want to have too much power to get those wheels spinning in snowy conditions. Now, sand, we do have mud and sand as the other modes. Typically in vehicles, sand modes are the most aggressive because it really wants you to get those wheels spinning and not cut power to really get going. it didn't feel that way in this. So mud actually felt better for that power delivery. It was letting the revs go really high to the RPM, unlike the snow. Snow was short shifting, doing you know, a little bit of kind of like an eco mode, so to speak, in that. And then sand was kind of a middle ground to those. So it wasn't going super, super high. It wasn't hitting the red line, so to speak, but it was still delivering a good amount of power that wasn't being cut. That was the big thing with this. There's a lot of other drive modes that really kind of cut your power, but this does an excellent job at still delivering you know, power to the wheels, but to the correct wheels, which is the other thing. Traction control did kick on certain things, but it did a great job at doing so. But I'm super impressed with this terrain mode, because even though on paper it really kind of looks like they just said, let's use a 2025 and add that terrain mode, the kind of the thought and the process and the work behind those three little options is incredible, which you'll see when I go for a drive. But let's go ahead and take a look at those wheels and tires and see if they're terrain ready. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. We get down to the wheel and tire package, and we have this massive 22-inch wheel, and it is wrapped in the 265/40 Michelin Primacy Tour all-season tire. Now, a couple of things with this. Yeah, they're dirty. Yeah, they're a massive wheel. Yes, we have a small sidewall. Yes, we have an all-season that's kind of more looking like a, you know, summer tire with this. But it works so well on unpaved roads. Let's kind of get started. Yes, again, we have the big wheel, which typically isn't the norm when you're kind of going off-roading or soft-roading. They look nice. I can't deny that they look nice. Do they look nice or dirty? I think they do. I think they do look nice or dirty. But the tires were also surprisingly good. Now, I gotta admit, I probably say a lot has to do with the programming of the all-wheel drive system and, you know, the sensors and knowing where they have to put the power down to the tire. So yes, the tire aren't really made for that, but I think the all-wheel drive system really helped out in making the most grip out of this more summer tire, even though it's all seasons. But yeah, on the road though, on normal civilized roads, these things are awesome. They give you great feedback. The grip on these are astonishing. They really are. And also on the unpaved roads as well was really great. Then we go to the brakes, and these things are monsters. It's a big SUV, but these things make it feel like a small SUV to get it really stopped. So love the feel that we get with that. And then we get the adaptive suspension. The suspension, again, just dials in with the drive modes that you pick, whether you want to go comfort, sport, sand, snow, or mud. Genesis, you guys have nailed the suspension tuning with this to correlate with whatever drive mode you have it in. Yeah, this is really impressive. So let's go ahead and go for a drive. Now, we take the Genesis GV80 Coupe for a drive, and yeah, you guys already know this is going to be a luxurious ride. It's going to be super comfortable on the road. It's going to still provide you with the feedback that you want on the steering wheel, which is nice. Definitely, it has a driver's sense. Even though this is the 80 series, which the 70 is more, even more of a driver's kind of Genesis, this feels really good. And with this having the more powerful engine for the GV80, it's definitely got some pep to it. But I'm in comfort right now, just super comfortable in these seats. They're super plush. The just finishes are unbelievable. The ride quality, the tech, everything just works so well with the Genesis, and they've done such a great job at just putting everything together and at a relatively low price. Yes, I know we're about 80 something in this, but if we look at other brands, we're at, unfortunately, almost even double the price for this, which is insane. So the fact that Genesis is able to provide this at this price point is pretty awesome. Now, of course, that's all fine and dandy, and we have the great performance on road, but Genesis decided to put a terrain mode in the 2026, which is basically really the only big new thing from the 25 to the 26. So we're gonna test it out, and of course we're gonna go on my favorite unpaved road near my area. So we're gonna go ahead and push on the drive mode, and we are going to switch it to sand. Let's go ahead and we will switch it to sand because this is kind of like it's actually more kind of like snow. It's a lot of little rocks, but sand is going to typically in a drive mode. Unfortunately, we don't get the explanation of what these kind of do. As far as like, you know, better power delivery, more responsiveness, less responsiveness. Snow usually gives you less responsiveness, so you don't kind of spin out. So we're going to go with sand because I think this is going to work better and to get as much power down. So we are in sand, and of course, I'm going to go ahead and do something that was pretty amusing to me, and that's the mood curator that we get in this. And we are in Vitality, which provides an energizing atmosphere with colorful lights and music with a fast beat. Yeah, we're gonna have a soundtrack to this. And it does that cool thing where it just has kind of like a red moon to it. So we're gonna go ahead and see how this terrain mode works with this background music. And let's go ahead and launch it. And away we go. Now, of course, we don't have the best of tires. We have those Michelin's all-season tires. So they're not all-terrain tires. We don't have a four-wheel drive system. It is an all-wheel drive system. We don't have, locking differentials. We don't have the typical stuff that you would have in a terrain vehicle or terrain-capable vehicle. But let me just tell you, this is doing pretty good. I know this music is ridiculous to have in the background, but it is so good. I feel stable, and yeah, I'm probably going a little bit faster than I would normally, but it feels stable in this vehicle, in something that you typically don't get in a luxury SUV like this. Yeah, so it doesn't feel like they just slapped on this mode and said, okay, that's good enough. I mean, it seems that way on paper because this is literally the only thing, but the way that it drives is definitely a lot better than some of these, we've really thought out, we've designed over, years and years of how this drive mode should work. Let me just tell you, yeah, can we get it sideways? Oh, we can get a little bit of movement in the rear, but it is really good. So why am I doing this? Because it has that mode, it has that drive mode that I can do this, right? Yeah, obviously be careful, but obviously a lot of the times these manufacturers will throw on an off-road mode, and it's a joke. It's a really bad joke of how, just because of the sake of having that mode, it's giving a false sense of confidence to a driver, to an owner. But honestly, this, and I know I'm not rock crawling or anything like this, but this kind of little rocks are really, really bad to drive on if you don't have the right powertrain, if you don't have the right system, because it will kind of get away from you, or it will, not respond to what you were needing it to do. But yeah, it's really good, and it's super stable, which I really like. Man, Genesis, you guys have the best background noise to kind of sell your vehicles, but this is really good. Even the braking, and again, we are on all season that look more like sport tires. Yeah, and the fact that, again, other vehicles have a off-terrain or all-terrain tire and can't put the power down, can't distribute the power correctly like this is in that terrain mode, this is super impressive. And you're getting my honest review right now because this is the first time that I'm driving this vehicle in this type of conditions. Yeah, I've been driving it on the road with no issues, but yeah, I'm super surprised at how good this thing is to really get get the power down, still in a fun way. And of course, we are in sand, so it is going to deliver the most amount of just kind of power. But let's see how we do in snow. Oh yeah, we can definitely feel the difference in the power and the torque curve when we are in snow, because it wants to make sure that you are not, you know, spinning the wheels to lose traction. So definitely sand is significantly more aggressive over the snow. Let's see how mud is. Okay, I think we have a winner. Mud is definitely a lot more aggressive with the power delivery. So yeah, which I guess would make sense. You want to have that. Same thing with sand. But this is impressive, Genesis. You guys have, what can't you guys do, really? Well guys, I hope you enjoyed my review of the Genesis GV80. And remember, find the right gear and the right drive mode. See ya.